In this video, I am going to explain the program to demonstrate method overloading in Python. Now, what is method overloading? The definition of method overloading is the name of the method will be the same, but we will be passing different arguments to that function or method every time we execute it. That is what is the concept of method overloading is. In simple words, we can define method overloading as function name or method name is same, but it accepts different parameters. Method overloading is one way of implementing compile time polymorphism. Now look at the program on the screen. We have defined the product function for two times. In the first definition of product function, we are accepting two values a and b, calculating their product, assigning that value to p, and then printing its value. In the second definition of product, we are accepting three values a, b, c, again calculating their product, assigning it to a variable called as p and printing its value. Now, after writing the two function definitions, we have called the product function for two times. Now, the general estimation is whenever product of 4, 5, 6 statement is executed, the second product definition should be called. And whenever product of 4, 5 is executed, the first definition should be called. Now, let us execute the program and then check. Here, product of 5, 4, 5, 6, it is generating the output as 120. That is 4 into 5 into 6. It is generating the output as 120. Now, the next statement 4, 5 has generated an exception. Why we have got that particular exception? The reason is Python by default won't support the concept of method overloading. That is, we cannot define the function, or irrespective of the number of times we might define a function, only the recent function definition or the last function definition will be called. For example, here the product function has been declared with three values ABC. Now only this particular function will be called. Since Python is not supporting function overloading concept by default, let us look at another way of implementing function overloading in Python. One possible way is we are defining a class called as A or any name you can like, and we are putting that particular class, and inside that particular class we are defining a function, any function. Here we have defined a function called as area. Inside that function we are writing an if-elif block, where if a is not equals to none and b is not equals to none. In the definition part, we have initialized a and b to none, the default blank value. That is, we haven't initialized any numerical value to a and b. So whenever we call area function, if at all we won't enter any numericals, a value, b value will stay as none only. Now in this particular function area, in one part of the code we are trying to display area of rectangle. In another part of the code we are trying to display area of a square. And else part is executed whenever you don't pass any values for a and b. Now this area function is being called for three times using the object ob1, which we have created for the class A. You can see that statement which I have highlighted. Object name is ob1, a is class name. Now we are calling the area function using ob1 for three times. In the first area function call or method call, we are passing only integer value 10. That is, this elif part will be executed. Why? Because a is not equals to none. Yes, it is true. A is equals to 10 and b is none. Then area of a square, that is a into a, will be written as output. In the second function call of area, we are passing two values 10 and 20. Now A will become 10 and B will become 20. That is, if A is not equals to none and B is not equals to none, this if block will be identified as the true condition. Then area of a rectangle, that is A into B, will be returned as output. In the third function call of area, we haven't passed any numericals. So the default values A and B will be remained as none only. So if block will not be executed in such case, if block will not be executed in such case, then by default the else part will be executed and the output will be displayed as enter the values to find area. Now let us execute and check the output for this particular program. See here, I have passed area's argument as 10. So area of a square is displayed as 100. Whenever I have passed 10 and 20 in the area function, area of rectangle statement is executed. When I didn't pass any values for area, this particular statement is being displayed as output. So this is how we implement the concept of method overloading in Python. Thank you.